too. I'm not really shitting on him. I just don't like the character.
Yeah.
He should be dead.
You should be dead. That's okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 61 of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I'm your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Mike Jennison.
Sup?
This week, we are covering Quentin Tarantino's quote-unquote 9th film. It's really his 10th, but he really wants to squeeze in that 10th one for potentially Star Trek, potentially something else. We're not really sure. He combined the Kill Bills, according to him, are one movie, though he's working on volume 3, maybe? So is that the 10th movie, or is that still part of the 9th movie? This fucking guy.
We all know Tarantino's gonna do more than 10 movies.
You think he will?
Yeah, I think he will. Do you think he will? He says he wants to go to TV.
TV and, I think, plays.
In place, which totally something he would totally do both
Absolutely,
of those too.
yeah.
But he's not even 60 yet.
Right.
It's like 54, 55,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
I can't see him making one more movie.
it would be weird for his 10th one to be Star Trek, though I want that to be the case. Because he's never done, I guess Jackie Brown was a book, but he's never worked on any other IP besides his own, so I think that would be a really interesting 10th movie for him.
I heard, this is just a fan theory, that Kill Bill Volume 3 is going to be like tying all of his movies into one last hurrah.
Because they're all deceptively in the same universe.
Yes. I don't know how he'd pull it off,
No.
but that would be a fitting way if he actually wants to do 10 movies to end it with a Kill Bill V3 and tie all the worlds together.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I apologize if the noise is going to be off here, but we're in the same room for the first time in a while, so our mics are, I think, playing off each other strangely.
And maybe the last time ever.
Yep. Maybe. We'll see.
Play sad music in the background.
You are a big Tarantino fan.
Love Tarantino.
So am I.
Easily top 5 director.
Me too. Probably my favorite writer, I'd say, and then director, he's top 5 for sure. I used to always say he was, but now that I've seen Edgar Wright, Denis Villeneuve, there's
Roman
Polanski. There's more contention for the top spot, but yeah, he's been one of my favorites for a long, long time.
Yeah, and I
quick
think
top 3 for you for Tarantino.
top 3. I will go 1 Pulp, 2 Inglourious, 3 Reservoir Dogs.
I'm gonna go Bastards, Pulp, Django.
I got Django 4, but maybe this movie we're about to talk about could correct my top 3.
Oh, this will be an interesting discussion then. All right, we have a bit of news to get into. No drinks because I'm struggling to make my way in tomorrow, so I'm going with the old water. But yeah, let's get into the news.
Good evening. I'm Will McAvoy.
And I'm Evan Baxter, and here's what's making news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Ol Nagati Kemi, I see you, Marvel. Congratulations to Avengers Endgame on becoming the new box office king, Jim Cameron.
I had no idea where that was going to start. I was like, what language is he trying to speak, or what director, like foreign director is this? Yeah, Avengers is now the highest grossing movie of all time.
What does that mean? What were those
Dude,
3
I don't
words?
even. Who cares? No one knows this. What are they called? Navi? Is that movie, or is that a different movie? No one knows that language. Like he's such a loser by going by Jim Cameron. He wants so badly to be Jim Cameron.
I hate it, yet I love it.
I know he's such a loser. I mean, this seemed like it was going to be an absolute lock after the first week or two. I think it got to $1 billion in the first weekend.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we talked about before, Avatar was just consistently like $100 million for like 6 months, and Avengers was on a pretty steep incline. But I mean, it's been in theaters. It still has like 6 showings at most theaters. So yeah, I finally crossed it. I mean, you're not surprised, are you?
No, I think I've gone back and forth on this podcast saying it was going to pass it, it won't pass it, it's going to pass it. But once they did the whole whatever they did, the
Re-release? Not really a re-release, but they added on more stuff at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured I'd get over the hump. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm happy.
I'm very happy because
Yeah.
all Avatar had was having that #1 spot. I guess that as the 3 movies coming out, I hope they all bomb. But now we can just forget about Avatar. Another thing about Endgame, I saw it there's no way you noticed this. I did not notice this. In the opening, like the Marvel comic flip book, Marvel Studios logo in Endgame, the people that got snapped in Infinity War are not in that.
I think I noticed that. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think I do think I noticed that.
Yeah, I just saw that today. I thought that was really cool.
That is cool because they were done.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great if one person didn't snap back.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of Tony Snap, though, is to bring them all back. But yeah, I feel you. More stakes. Anyways, congrats to Disney. I saw another thing today. 41 movies all time have crossed $1 billion.
How many does Disney?
How many does Disney have?
Is that including what they own from Fox now?
No.
41. I'm gonna go 25.
Damn close. 21.
21.
Yeah. But the next closest is Universal at 7. So it's like not even close.
Nothing used to pass $1 billion. I remember when Toy Story 3 did it. That was the beginning of like all of these. When Avatar did it.
Yeah.
Before it was like a once in a generation type movie would have to come by.
Jurassic Park did it. Titanic did it.
I don't think even E.T. did it.
E.T. did not. Star Wars did not.
Yet. But then around the turn of this decade, it became more commonplace.
Yeah.
That's when Disney's been dominating the box office. So that makes sense. Okay, next bit of news. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood trailer dropped. Have you seen it?
Yeah, no, I saw it. Sorry, the Audacity's just like lagging behind so hard. I wasn't sure if it was picking us up. Yeah, I saw it. I didn't like it.
I still think it's gonna be a good movie.
No, it's
Tom Hanks takes me right out of it.
Yeah, because it's like almost too perfect of casting, where
Yeah.
he's like the current Mr. Rogers, so it's just weird to have like this perfect man.
I cringed all the time during it.
Yeah, and also it doesn't seem like it's very much about him. It's more about this journalist, I guess, which is writing a cover story for Time, maybe. I don't know. I'm pulling this out of my ass. I only saw it once. But yeah, it just doesn't look very interesting.
No, and like the doc is very, very good. And
It came out last year. I guess
and
we're
it's
not
like,
that far removed.
Yeah, and it did well at the box office. Made over like $25 million. So people saw it. I don't think it's gonna be very good. People said this Tom Hanks finally get a nomination for this again. I don't see that.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
It's weirdly not good casting. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
Though I've been quoted on this podcast saying this is perfect casting.
No, it is. But I was just shocked with how little I enjoyed that trailer.
And
it doesn't seem very interesting at all.
I think, obviously, like the masses will like it because masses like Tom Hanks, but other people I've talked to kind of feel the same way. There's just something off with that trailer.
Yeah.
Which is think how I'll feel the whole entire time. Comic-Con came.
Oh my God. Yeah. You sent me a bunch of news articles before, and you just sent me the Wikipedia for the MCU. So I was like, what? What does this mean? But yeah, you're right. Phase 4 was announced at Comic-Con, and holy shit. I thought I was done with Marvel after Endgame, and this sucked me right back in.
It just seems like just a clusterfuck now. Though.
Well, a lot of it is coming to Disney Plus, so you need to. I think there's only going to be over the next 2 years. There's 6 movies, 3 a year.
5 movies.
Oh, 5
one's
movies.
A prequel.
Right, with Black Widow. Okay, so 5 movies over 2 years. But when you see the slate, it's like, oh, there's 25 more things coming, but a lot of that is the Disney Plus. So you want to just go down the list, and we'll give our quick thoughts whether we're excited or not. Because you're going to get Disney Plus, correct?
Yeah,
I probably will too.
I imagine we'll get a family subscription. So I'll go movies first. So they're taking a little bit of a break. May 1st, 2020, and November 6th, 2020. The only 2 movies next year. The first one coming out is Black Widow, being a prequel. It kind of just seems like it's too little, too late for me.
Yeah,
I'm not really excited for this.
Especially because she just died. Spoilers for Endgame. Yeah, I think it's going to take place right after Civil War.
It is after Civil War.
Yeah, a little too late, but pretty good cast. We have ScarJo, obviously, David Harbour, Florence Pugh, and then Rachel Weisz. And is David Tyree Henry in this or the Eternals?
He's in the
Eternals? Okay.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's a good 4 or 5 people just listed there. I think it'll be, Marvel doesn't really make bad movies, so I think it'll be solid.
David Harbour is in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. I don't think it's going to blow our pants off, but I think it'll be just a solid spy
I think
movie.
It'll be a cute little movie.
Yeah.
Which they haven't done in a long time.
Right.
So
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to see it, though, in all honesty.
Like make this a trilogy? Like, or just a one-off? How many post-her death movies can you like fit into from the Civil War to Endgame window?
And it's like, why didn't they just kill Jeremy
Hawkeye?
Renner?
Yeah. Well, he's getting his own show as we'll get
Yeah,
to
but
shortly.
no one wants to watch
Yeah,
it.
I know.
There's a reason why it's at Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The Eternals then comes out November 6, 2020. I know nothing about the Eternals,
Me either.
though the cast is extremely interesting.
It's a very good cast.
Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kumail Nanjiani, Lauren Ridloff, Brian Tyree Henry, Samal Hayek, I'm so sorry, Lee McHugh, and
No.
Don Lee.
Oh, if you didn't pronounce that out, I would have got it. What? Can you say the first name again? Oh my God, let me see this name. Because this is a very famous actress.
Yeah, extremely.
Selma Hayek. Jesus. You sang Samal. Totally threw me. Selma Hayek, yeah. That's a ridiculous cast. I don't think the director has done literally like anything before this. I think she's done like one very, very small movie, which is kind of a trend for this phase.
Yeah, she's 30 years old. She did The Rider.
Yeah, the short-term 12 guy comes back to do one of these movies, but he's only
really?
done one thing. Like, a lot of these are very unknown directors, which has kind of been Marvel's MO for a bit here, but they went really, really small with these.
And then the next movie that'll come out February 12th, 2020, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I need to read it because, again, when you pronounce these things incorrectly, it throws me.
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, yeah. This is
I know nothing about this.
short-term 12 director.
Wow.
An unknown Canadian actor is playing the role of Shang-Chi. This will be the Mandarin, which is a huge Iron Man villain. They tried to do, or they teased it in Iron Man 3, but then they pulled the rug out from underneath us with the Ben Kingsley twist. So this might be kind of like an Iron Man sequel in that sense. I'm actually kind of juiced for this one if they do like a Bruce Lee style kung fu movie, which would be totally new for Marvel. Where do you fall with this one?
I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it just seems like when they were going to do the Avengers, like everything tied in so nicely in the first like era of Avengers. This just seems like it's everywhere. Like how are the Eternals and Shang-Chi, how are they going to tie in? It just seems like they won't.
Yeah, I know that is a very good concern. I think the Eternals is going to be like a creating of the Earth, set like way back. I think. I mean that's based on them. I think being like partly the creators of Earth. So I don't know how this is all going to tie together. That seems the most ridiculous of this phase is how it all comes together. But that kind of gets me excited because it's all just crazy shit.
And then we get to two sequels here. Well, it's sequel and a quadruple. What would that even be called?
Quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I love that title.
Yeah, people are just oohing over this.
Yeah, that title is amazing.
That comes out May 7th, 2021. So the multiverse is a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, we think we saw that with Doctor Strange the first time. This is supposed to be a horror movie. The first one in Marvel. Again, another first. Scott Derrickson, I think.
I saw something funny. They tweeted that or whatever, and then someone quote tweeted that and said, "Somewhere you can hear the Eternal, the mutants sadly crying." I don't know if that's even gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's such a Disney Plus.
Such a Disney Plus movie. The New
so
Mutants.
bad.
But yeah, Scott Derrickson has a horror background. I don't think I've seen anything he's done, but I actually really liked that first Doctor Strange movie. Happy he's getting a sequel because I liked him in Infinity War a lot too. But yeah, where do you fall on that one?
So he did the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Scott Derrickson. I'm cool with it. I like Cumberbatch. I like the character. It's intriguing. Sounds different.
Yeah.
And the last one, which I'm very excited for, is Thor: Love and Thunder with Waititi coming back. Natalie Portman's coming back.
Yeah, back as Jane Foster after she disavowed herself from the MCU. But it looks like she's going to be playing the female Thor, which is from a couple years ago. They did that run in the comics. The name is awesome. The look of it is sick. Like the title card is so cool. It's so like He-Man. If it's anything remotely close to Ragnarok, I'm going to love this movie. So I'm juiced.
Yeah, Ragnarok's, I think, probably top 5 Marvel movies for me. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I can't see this being bad.
I would be
I
shocked.
think the day will at least be funny.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple other things they announced. They were making a Black Panther 2. That's still in production.
Guardians 3.
Guardians 3 is
Knew
in
that.
production. We knew both of those, though. But
Yeah.
the big announcement, and it took everyone by surprise, is that they're making Blade with Mahershala Ali.
Yes. Have you seen any of the original
I
Blades?
have not seen the original.
Me
Blades.
either. I heard they're very hit or miss. Like, I guess Guillermo del Toro's, not surprisingly, is very good. This is awesome. I fucking love Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
And him just playing a badass vampire hunter will be sick. But again, how does vampires and Blade, which could easily be R-rated, fit anywhere in this universe?
And no word on Deadpool.
Nowhere on Deadpool. I think.
Fantastic Four, they say, is in
Yeah,
production, but nowhere on
and-
any X-Men.
Did they not bring up X-Men?
No, they
I
didn't
thought
bring up X-Men.
maybe he said they were working. Again, he definitely said they're working on Fantastic Four, and I thought he said also X-Men, but
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
I mean, they are working on it.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. It's weird that after the success of Black Panther, speaking of billion-dollar movies, that one isn't like quickly rushed to get a sequel.
It
You
should.
feel like that would be like first.
And what's Coogler doing right now? I don't think I know he's producing
know.
Space Jam, but like that's not taking up much time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also Disney Plus series. The earliest one's going to come late 2020. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not a release date, but it'll be 6 episodes.
I think those are all going to be very limited series. Like I don't see any of these getting like second seasons, which I think is a good call. And they're going to like very closely tie into the MCU. Like we had Daredevil and Jessica Jones and all those movies. Like they would kind of hint at events from the MCU, but they never crossed over. But these will be like, I think this like you might need to watch these to understand everything that's going on.
I think you will.
Yeah.
And they still have stuff on Hulu, like Marvel's Ghost Rider's coming 2020 to Hulu.
I mean, I guess they own Hulu now, so
Yeah, but it's just weird because like that's not going to tie into the MCU.
no.
But clearly these are.
Yeah.
Then WandaVision, which is still the worst name in
So
Hollywood.
bad.
Early 2021. Not looking forward to this.
No.
Loki,
Two very boring characters.
and one's dead.
Yeah, one is dead. I guess there's a Vision run that supposedly this is based off. That's awesome, but he showed me nothing in the MCU, so I don't really care.
Loki, which I'm excited for, comes
Yeah.
early 2021.
It sounds interesting. Like he'll be like just going through time, like messing with stuff. This is the Loki from Endgame that stole the Tesseract during the New York City fight. So he's still evil. He hasn't come around. But the worst. Did you see the title card?
No.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like 3 different fonts for each letter. It just looks like it was made in like Microsoft Paint. It's so
4
bad.
letters?
What did I say?
3.
Did I really? Oh my god.
It's L-O, the key emoji. And then there's What If, which I believe is animated.
Yes, but
Pull that up.
it has like everyone's coming back for it. Like it has every MCU actor tied to it, so I'm kind of juiced for that.
Even like Iron Man,
Yeah.
that might be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be recurrent. They might keep that.
Yeah,
doing
I think
that.
yeah, for sure.
It takes another time to do some
No.
voice acting. That comes out mid 2021, and then the last one, and certainly least, Hawkeye comes out late 2021. I think they're throwing him a bone here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Have you heard any of Jeremy Renner's new songs?
No, he's saying
They're straight up like Nickelback. Like they're horrible.
That
But
dude looks like he would enjoy Nickelback. So yeah,
I actually like Jeremy Renner.
I do
but
too. I'm not really shitting on him. I just don't like the character.
Yeah.
He should be dead.
yeah.
That's it. Those are it for the announcements.
It was a weak ass Comic Con all around, but then they came in the last like late Sunday, the last day, and just dropped bomb after bomb. I that was an awesome panel. And also the Witcher trailer came out. I think it looks good, but I think I'm on an island for that one. I don't think many people are
I don't know
super
what that is.
excited. It's an amazing video game from 2015. It's a trilogy, but they're doing it based off books instead of the games.
Oh, might be good.
Trying to fill the void of Game of Thrones. It's not coming on Netflix.
Oh, well, but no Avengers announced.
No, I mean, for as much as they announced, it's only 2 years.
And I'm like, this is all phase 4. I'm like, no, it's not. It's 2 years.
Yeah, because what? It took them 3 phases. I mean, 3 phases to do 10 years? Is that right? Yeah.
13. 06.
Oh wait, it was Iron Man.
Oh wait, to do 11.
So 11 years, 3. Yeah.
But they took great. It was a slow process at first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be very disjointed MCU look going forward.
That's possible. I wouldn't even mind that though.
No, I mean that's fine.
Like if
It's
Blade never crosses over, I'm cool with that.
it's just weird though. It'll always be like, why isn't Blade here?
Yeah. Team up him and Deadpool.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
Maybe that's what they're doing.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm excited nonetheless.
Does Blade cross over in the comics? He has to.
Yeah, I think everything crosses over. I don't think anything's off limits.
Okay, we have a little bit more news here. NBC upcoming streaming service will launch in April 2020.
That could do huge numbers just because The Office.
The Office will be there. It'll be the exclusive home of The Office. And same with a TV show,
Friends?
AP Bio, or something like that.
Oh, it's staying.
It's staying. It's going to be on that service.
Hell yeah.
Here's the best part, though. Free. With your cable prescription.
Oh.
Subscription. with your cable with your cable
Prescription.
company. It's free. It's going to be ad-driven. And I think that's the right move.
Yeah, that is the right move. That's sweet. I mean, they kind of already have that now. That's how I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's just through my cable subscription on the NBC app. Nice,
it's a
but they'll
subscription.
probably
Well,
beef it up a bit.
Tie with Universal, so I'll probably have Universal's
Okay.
library. It's going to be a good streaming service.
Yeah, that's good.
And I like how it's free. I think people are getting fatigued by having to pay these
Yeah.
$15 subscriptions. Fees. Todd Phillips pushed back Joker to compete at... No, sorry. Todd Phillips... I how this is written. Joker will compete in competition at the Venice Film Festival. Todd Phillips said that it's going to the Oscars.
Yeah, early buzz about Walking Penis with the Best Actor award. It hasn't screened yet, though, so this is literally based on nothing. But that's exciting that they're so confident with it,
It looks
and his
really
performance.
good.
It does look really good. That trailer's excellent. Well, like probably the best trailer of the year, I'd say. I went from like being a Todd Phillips directed Joker movie, like what is this going to be, to I'm like, this is like one of my top most anticipated movies this year.
David Ehrlich, who's my favorite film director, film critic, he had a funny tweet. He said, critics have to stop being lazy and say that this movie is the director's most personal film. Like, what does that even mean? And then his next tweet was, go in time 2 months, me writing the Joker review. This is by far Todd Phillips' most personal movie.
That's awesome.
It Chapter 2 will be 165 minutes. Oh, boy.
Saw that. As much as I love, this is going to come up very soon here as well, as much as I love, and we joke about the 90-minute movie being the perfect movie, I do occasionally enjoy a nice, long epic. I loved Endgame. The Lord of the Rings are my favorite movies of all time. So if you can keep my attention and make it entertaining for 165 minutes, Blade Runner, 2049 only, not the first one. Then I'm not opposed to a long running time. I really like the first one, and the cast of this next one is just so good. So I'm not right off the rip against the runtime. I mean, are you pissed?
I just think it's difficult to make a horror movie that's that long.
You had that take about something else.
Midsummer. But then I saw Midsummer, not really horror.
Right. Yeah.
And I was totally cool with that runtime, and so were you.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's kind of been the year of longer movies.
No.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and they keep giving us epics.
Yeah.
Which I'm down for. I've enjoyed all the longer ones this year. Keegan's chopping at the bit.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm not against it. And in fact, I'm very excited for this movie.
Do you want to talk about Zombieland 2? Was that the runtime that was 90 minutes, or was it just
It was Zombieland 1 was 88 minutes. No, it was like 87 minutes on Netflix.
So they're making Zombieland 2.
I watched Zombieland yesterday.
I guess we'll talk about that later, but are you excited for Zombieland 2?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. The last bit of news, Adzel Elgort says Baby Driver 2 script is finished. I think it's going to happen. I read Edgar Wright's Ask Me Anything, and he says, as long as everything goes as planned, Baby Driver 2 will happen.
When you do an AMA?
He did it on Twitter. He said,
recently?
I got 4% left on my laptop. Ask me anything. And he answered like 35 questions.
He is the best.
He has more AMAs than anyone else.
I know, he does it all the time.
They're always gonna
I
talk
mean,
about
this
that.
isn't a surprise. We have known about Baby Driver 2 basically since the first one came out. It's his highest grossing movie ever, especially in the U.S.
Sony's one of their highest grossing like IPs ever.
Sony can't make a movie to save their life, but they got lucky with Baby Driver. Occasionally they'll knock it out of the park, but I mean they'll probably ride that until it dies. So
I don't know if I need it.
no,
but I will
don't.
see it.
For sure. I will see anything that guy does. Yeah, I think the first one wraps up pretty nicely. I'm not even sure where it goes from here, but if I trust anyone, it's Edgar Wright. So
Also, Fistful of Dollars, Edgar Wright's first movie. He said it's going to come on Blu-ray here.
Fistful of Fingers.
Fistful of Fingers. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Edgar.
A couple other trailers. The Lighthouse trailer came out.
I haven't seen it. I didn't know it came out.
It did.
Does it look good?
I mean, it looks like the most artsy movie of all time.
Can't wait.
It's in... Well, on the trailer, it's in 4:3, but it's in, like, something ridiculous in
It's
theaters.
in, like, your iPhone.
Like 12:9, yeah. It's in something insane, but the trailer's 4:3. It's black and white. It looks like it's two guys the entire movie, Defoe and Robert Pattinson.
My faves.
And it looks boring and weird, but
Can't wait.
who knows?
I guess it's a horror movie.
Yeah, it looks like that. It's from the guy that did The Witch. I forgot the other trailer.
Must not have been that good.
It couldn't have been. Oh, The Goldfinch? Have you seen that?
No. What
It's
is
from the
it?
guy that did Brooklyn,
Oh.
starring Ansel Elgort, Nicole Kidman, Sarah Paulson, Finn Wolfhard, Bernard from Westworld. It looks, it's based on like an international bestseller, so I think it'll be good. The trailer looks good too.
Oh, The Irishman. I guess people have seen it.
Oh yeah,
A small select group. It's confirmed here with the New York Film
3 hours long.
Festival.
Scorsese.
It's like, it's shade under 3 hours. I guess it's great, though. So.
Yeah.
All right, want to get to the movie?
Let's get to it.
You can't handle the truth.
She's gone from suck to blow.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It tells the story of Rick Dalton, a former big deal in Hollywood, but now just basically just a guest star on a bunch of TV shows, like crappy NBC shows, and his stunt double. And that's kind of it. Mike, can you tell me anything else about this movie because there's no story. This movie tells no story.
No, but so you hate this movie?
I hate this movie so much.
Really?
I like, borderline love every one of Tarantino's movies. I hate this movie.
Really? So I've heard people say it's boring, and I can see where you're saying that.
About 30 minutes in, I wanted it to end. And then it went on for
Wow.
2.5 hours more.
Wow. I didn't get that at all.
Oh my god.
I think if you don't have Pitt and DiCaprio as the two leads, I think this is very, very boring. And maybe not a very good movie, but they were just electric in it.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. Margot Robbie's good. It's just, I think the marketing screwed me over for a couple of reasons. Did you watch the trailer and go, oh, I wonder what the story is? Because it doesn't give you a story, and I think because there isn't one to tell, so a trailer can't really inform you. But I was like, oh, this ensemble cast
So vague.
is amazing.
Yeah.
There's 3 actors and 25 cameos. Emil Hirsch gets 4th billing on this movie. He is in 2 scenes.
Who's Emil Hirsch?
Jay Sebring, Sharon Tate's ex.
Oh.
Yeah, he's 4th billing on this movie, and he's in the party scene and then the end scene.
He probably should get 4th bill.
I mean, yeah, because everyone else is in it for 35 seconds and has 1 line. So the
If
marketing,
you're Samuel L. Jackson, you have 0.
I know that was surprising. It's so self-indulgent, which is, I mean, I know that's Tarantino's MO. He throws 9 different styles of storytelling in here. When it becomes a narration heavy, I wanted to walk out of the theater. Kurt Russell starts breaking into narration at one point. I'm like,
because Kurt Russell's in the movie.
he's in the one. Yeah, one he's in the movie. At least in Hateful Eight, like Tarantino was doing the narration. You don't see Tarantino, but Kurt Russell is an hour and a half earlier in the movie. He's narrating things as they're happening. Like, he's not giving you new information. He's saying, like, Rick Dalton gets in the car as he gets in the car. Rick Dalton drives downtown as he's driving downtown. It's like, Kurt Russell, shut the fuck up.
I like that.
I hated it.
It reminded me of Jackie Brown a little bit.
Yeah,
With
but
the
like,
timestamps.
yeah. And then, I don't know, there's like flashbacks and like joke timelines they're going. It's so much. He couldn't stick to just one thing. I think that if this was, I'm ranting, I'm so sorry. I think if this was just the story of probably Brad Pitt's character and solely him, this would have been good.
You get enough of Brad Pitt's story, though.
I know, but
much more do
he
you
was
want?
the only interesting part.
You didn't think Leo's was interesting?
Not even a little
A
bit.
struggling actor who was just like,
That's still getting work and like
Yeah, I know.
doing well. It's like, why do I must feel sorry for this guy? I don't know who he was before this. They don't really do a good job showing him at his peak, and his like downturn is like him getting a job every single day and still working.
yeah, but I think it's funny because it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of taking shots at actors in general.
I don't know. Maybe it's way too inside baseball and it's like too Hollywood.
I mean, it's very, very Hollywood.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, I've heard people say it's like Tarantino's like love letter to Hollywood. I got a little choked up in the last scene when the title card came up at the end.
Oh my God, you gotta talk about that last scene.
It's hard not to talk spoilers with this.
I know it is because there's no story until there
Is a huge
a
story.
huge story at the end. Margot Robbie is the hottest person of all time in this movie, I'd say.
Yes.
It's like it's not even close. Tarantino does his foot fetish thing as he does. You see a lot of dirty Margot Robbie feet.
I'm gonna tweet this right now, but what euphoria is to the male genitalia is once upon a time in Hollywood is that for feet.
Yeah, it's like
It's absurd
it's
how much
egregious.
naked feet are in this.
It's oh my
But like now it's a joke.
I know it is a joke, but I thought like, do you think he's aware of the joke?
Oh,
he has to
absolutely,
be, right?
yes.
But he doesn't stop.
No, and now we take it to the extreme.
I know. It's just like, dude, come
No one's
on.
wearing shoes in this movie.
No one. It's so weird.
This movie made me think maybe he doesn't have a foot fetish. Maybe he just thinks it's funny.
Maybe, which would be hilarious. I'm not sure if I should ask this question in spoilers or not.
You probably should then.
Okay, I'll wait until spoilers. We'll do scores because then we'll just get heavy into it. It did well. It's his biggest opening of all time.
It's been polarizing. I've heard some people say that it's near the top, which I'm on that side, and I have heard some people say that it's just whatever. I haven't really heard bottom, but we got a guy right here.
It's easily my least favorite Tarantino movie. I haven't seen Grindhouse, but it's my least favorite.
Which is my least favorite, but Grindhouse isn't bad, and I think you won't hate Grindhouse.
Yeah.
So you could say it's your least favorite
Yeah.
Tarantino movie.
Movie sucks.
It wasn't as Tarantino as most movies.
It's him at his most self-indulgent. It's his worst impulses turned to 11. He just could not help himself so much throughout this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I could cut an hour and a half from this movie.
oh, you easily could have cut an hour and a half of this movie. But
I could cut.
like
It's,
I looked at my phone and I'm like, it's kind of dragging a little bit. How much is left? I'm like, it's already been 2 hours. This is awesome. And then whatchamacallit started doing narration. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's the climax. That was paced nicely. For me, it was. But I like Hollywood up their ass. Like, I enjoy La La Land.
yeah, but that tells a story. That's a sweet, nice movie.
Oh, I know.
This is just nothing. Really is just a nothing movie for me.
But like, Brad Pitt doesn't get very many good roles in Hollywood, and it's nice to see him have a nice role.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is the one shining moment for me in this movie.
He's the glue of this movie.
Yeah, he's the best part.
People are saying Margot Robbie should get Best Supporting Actress for this. I don't think so.
No,
she's good in what she has to do.
She is in it a lot, but she doesn't say much or do much.
She's just there.
It's
to
a lot of
really, really
her
cute.
looking amazing and like reacting to things.
It's so cute when she goes. Well, again, it's
Well, yeah, scores.
9, thumbs up. I will watch this again. I recommend it to anyone who likes Tarantino.
Okay, I'm gonna go 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I hate this movie. Thumb
This might
down.
be our biggest difference.
I know.
ever.
4, thumb down. I will watch it again though.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta figure
I
this
think
out.
you will turn around.
Maybe. I mean, I think a lot of it might be out my expectations for it, and them just selling me on just a crock of shit. Like, stop putting Timothy Oliphant's name in the trailers for this.
I also heard this is the closest thing to Pulp Fiction he's ever done. It's nothing
It's
close
not-
to Pulp Fiction.
No. An ensemble movie is Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
This is not that. Don't put Lena Dunham's name in the trailer. Don't put Dakota Fanning's name in the trailer. They're in it for half a second.
Not Tarantino's fault.
It probably is Sony because they don't know how to make movies or advertise movies. I hate Sony, except for PlayStation. Okay.
PlayStation. PSP.
Okay, I was gonna say you were doing the EA games.
Yeah.
Challenge everything. My question.
What's that
It's a
called?
couple of questions. Why is Sharon Tate in this movie?
It's the Red Heron.
It's the fake out.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's the whole movie is just the whole that whole storyline is just the ultimate fake out, which I dug. It's like the innocence of Hollywood all packed together in Margot Robbie's face, and it's preserved in this movie.
Oh, I hated it because it's the only reason she's in the movie.
Yeah.
Is the end scene fake out?
Yeah,
Is that so? Why am I
Who
watching?
else would do that? Who else would do that besides Tarantino?
I know,
But no one else can get away with it either.
Again, no one's checking his impulses anymore. He gets
a blank check.
He does. So why? Okay, you could still have that fake out by establishing her as the neighbor. Why am I watching her going to the movies?
Because you didn't like that scene?
No.
When she's watching herself on screen, like the first time ever, really, and she has this big smile on her face. She looks so cute.
But say you're not familiar with the Manson murders, that's just nothing. That is just nothingness.
That would be a very interesting watch if you didn't know the Manson murders.
Yeah,
because
Charlie's not in it enough. They even take out the scene from the trailer where he waves to Brad Pitt from the. That's not in the movie either. They show him once go up to Sharon's house, and that's it. I'm not saying to exploit the Manson family murders to make a more interesting movie. I'm just saying set this in 1972 instead, and take her and them out of the movie, or lean into it heavy with Brad Pitt's character and the family, because that was the best scene in the movie. Don't put Bruce Dern's name in the fucking trailer either.
I didn't know he was in this movie until I saw his name pop up, and I was juiced. But, I don't know. I mean, this whole movie is a slow, almost like a day in the life of these two has-beens in Hollywood. And I think in order to have the payout and the climax, you needed that slow buildup of their friendship. Did it have to be 2 hours and 15 minutes of that?
45 minutes.
No, until the climax came.
Oh, until the climax, okay.
I think it did. I don't know. I think 60s Hollywood is very interesting, and to hear like the spaghetti westerns and how they were like looked down upon back then and stuff like that. Like, I enjoyed that. I got a kick out of that.
Also, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Rick Dalton's being in his rut is making 4 movies in Rome and marrying an Italian supermodel. Oh, poor Rick Dalton.
There's some irony there. Guy might have to move back to Missouri.
Might have to. Never does because he keeps getting work.
Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to like feel for the actor. He's supposed to be, oh, look at this little actor and his house on the hill. So you didn't dig the red heron?
No.
Sharon Tate?
No.
Obviously not.
Not at all. Maya Hawke makes another appearance. She's having a good year.
Very good in this too.
Yeah. The best line, the best moment in the movie comes right after a part I hated, but it's after the flashback scene or the what if scenario where Brad Pitt goes to see if he could be a stunt double for Leo, and he fights Bruce Lee. I didn't like that flashback scene, but I love the line. He goes, never mind. All right, once he gets fired again, and he's still on the roof, and he's like, what if I did go back? He's like, no, fuck it. It wasn't gonna work. Yeah. His reaction to his own story in his head was hilarious, but getting there I didn't like.
Did you like Bruce Lee being in this?
I liked him until he took his sunglasses off, and then the entire mystique was gone. He looks nothing like him the second the glasses come off.
Yeah.
But his impression is amazing, and then when the glasses are on, especially, it's like it could have been him.
I like Bruce Lee in this. Everything worked for me.
I know.
All fast.
I really wish it did, and maybe it will on the second viewing. But I'm just like, why do I care about any of these people, and where is the story going? And the answer was, you don't need to care about any of these people, and there is no story.
See, I like the characters. Really like Brad Pitt's character, and the Manson murderers were always obviously are always looming large in this whole entire story. And they drive up to the car, and you think you know what's gonna happen. And I don't know why I thought they were gonna like glorify the murders.
Because it's Tarantino and he loves violence.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, does this movie work if you don't know the Manson murders and you've never seen a Tarantino movie? Probably not. But it's the 9th film of this director. 10th, let's be honest. 10th film, and it really works.
Him being him and knowing the history of the Manson family.
It's a gotcha.
And it's so cheap. I just think that's so cheap.
That's fine. You could say it is a gotcha ending. But I think it's just preserving Hollywood's innocence, and it's so like Sharon Tate comes out and says hi to them, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood comes, and like the music's almost kind of creepy, but then it gets a little less creepy at that point.
Yeah. You know what would have helped maybe was if Leo didn't live next to Sharon Tate, and he was actually like kind of in trouble of losing his house and everything. Like that's why Brad Pitt is so interesting. He lives in a trailer behind an outdoor movie theater where he watches a 6-inch TV and eats macaroni and cheese for every meal.
Yeah, but isn't the fact that they're like best friends like kind of interesting with comparing both their lifestyles?
Yeah, I guess maybe it is. I don't know. It wasn't for me. I want to see that guy struggle to get work. That's what I wanted to watch.
So you just wanted Leo to get his ass blasted. And that
I
was the
wanted,
time
yeah.
frame. You really want him to fall down and out.
Yeah, I wanted an interesting character, not this guy complaining for no reason.
It's Hollywood. You'll find out.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know. Wasn't for me. I was super disappointed with this. I really don't know what else to say either. I've been yelling and being mad for 15 minutes.
Keegan messaged me about 5 days ago saying, when are you guys see this movie? I have a lot to talk about. I thought it was be all positive. No, sir. No, sir.
No, sirree, Bob.
Okay, let's get to the last scene when they finally break into the house.
It's very good, classic Tarantino violence.
Yeah.
See, there's moments of this that I like.
We get what we come for.
Yeah,
right there.
and also, why does the girl not just dive down in the water? She's getting lit up by the flamethrower.
I think her nerves are fucked up. That's why she keeps shooting the gun in the air and stuff like that.
Oh, she can't
got
feel it.
Stabbed in the back.
Yeah, that was just a weird thing that you're in a pool getting hit by a flamethrower.
Also, who knows if that's actually possible? Tarantino does what he wants to do, but
Yeah. I like how Rick Dalton was once in a movie about basically Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I didn't like all of the flashbacks. I hated every single one. I know we're now off to the last scene again.
what flashbacks?
Like, a lot of the jokes are showing like former things that happened, and they're never funny. Like to old movies he's done, or like old things, like they're never. The scene is never funny, and the joke it sets up is never funny. This movie sucks.
I really enjoyed it. I was just sitting there like, oh, this is so working. I could watch another hour of this.
Dude, I was just like, I was so aware of my surroundings the entire time. I was just like, get me out of this room. I wanted to leave so.
Were you tired watching this?
I mean, I saw it at 9:30, but I was juiced.
Yeah.
Like this is.
You're treating yourself.
I was treating myself. Aside from Endgame, and maybe even including Endgame, this is my most anticipated movie. Because every time he makes a movie, I always love it. It's always a huge event for me.
You didn't love Hateful Eight, though.
No, you're right. His last two have been. I like Hateful Eight more than this, though.
Hateful Eight's long, and it feels long.
It feels long, and it is long. I could not do another minute of this movie, straight up.
That's me. That's me into the Spider-Verse. So that's interesting.
Yeah, we're not here to agree on everything, Mike.
So,
last scene. Sorry, we're back to it.
no, it's nothing. It was good old-fashioned Tarantino.
Good old-fashioned Tarantino violence. How'd you feel about him changing? I mean, he's changed the history before with World War II.
That's why I don't know why I was surprised when he did, but I was shocked.
Yeah.
And the snap of the dog, and the dog just destroys the guy.
Yeah. The dog was. I would, if I'm ever an actor, which I never will be, I would be so afraid to work with animals. I would be afraid to work with horses. I'm not trying to get kicked in the face. I'm not trying to work with a pit bull that can rip my arm off. I'm not getting anywhere near an animal. I can't trust him. But that's in that scene that. This isn't even a but. I don't know why I said but. The LSD cigarette was excellent. Again, Brad Pitt put this movie on his shoulders and still fell off a cliff. But he's so good. If he gets nominated, I'll be happy.
I agree.
Because his reactions when he's on that LSD cig are so good. He just starts cracking up during when the guy brings the knife out. It's incredible.
Yeah, he is. And they didn't do any camera work. Usually when someone's on LSD, the camera starts morphing. It was just
I was talking to a mutual friend, and he was like, "I hate when movies try to make you feel like you're also on the drug."
I mean, he worked at Midsummer.
Yeah, I mean, I do like it when they try to do that, but he was like, "This was probably my favorite drug scene of all time." Because you're never in his head. You're just seeing him react.
Brad Pitt has to act.
Yeah,
And he does. He acts really well.
he does. A lot of long scenes of people driving.
Yeah. Usually that's what you get with Tarantino.
Yeah. Great soundtrack again. Amazing soundtrack. I added, I think, 3 songs to my running songs from movies playlist on Spotify.
I'm doing quotes running. Do you run?
What did I say?
Running playlist?
I meant my continually ongoing. No, I don't run. Unless I miss this weigh-in tomorrow. I'll have to run. Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show by Neil Diamond is incredible. Good Thing by Paul Revere and the Raiders. And Bring a Little Love by Los Bravos. 2 of them are in the trailer. Or they might all be in the trailers. But yeah, again, the dude just crushes music.
So, Caroline wanted me to bring up this point. Brad Pitt is accused of murdering his wife, but he got off. Was that supposed to be how accusations could mess up someone's life? Maybe false accusations. Was that Tarantino's...
That never crossed my mind.
Never crossed my mind either. Was that Tarantino's take on the Me Too movement through Brad Pitt's character?
That could, yeah, I could see that.
I could see it too.
Yeah.
And do you think Brad Pitt killed his wife?
It's weird because that's never played as like, did he do it or did he not do it? How should you judge this character because of what he did? Like, other characters are doing it, but, like, you're never asked to do that as an audience. So it just, like, was just something that was in one ear, out the other. Like, I never contemplated that at all. Like, it's always played for laughs, really. It probably is him doing that.
I think
Tarantino. Oh, what a douche. It's so him, though.
That's so Tarantino.
I mean, because oh God, now we're in the real world. He never came out and said, like, the Weinstein, like, he was, like, a bad guy or anything.
I think he apologized to Uma Thurman?
Yeah, like, months later, I think.
Months
he was horribly, he handled that entire thing horribly. Because him and Weinstein were tied so closely.
They're boys.
Yeah.
And he actually spoke out defending Roman Polanski.
Oh,
in,
God.
like, the mid-2000s.
Oh, yeah?
Saying that that's not rape, it was consensual, it was love or something like that.
Jeez. That's a terrible take. And, I mean, this is the first non-Weinstein movie.
Yeah.
So, wow. Caroline just blew my mind. Way to go. Anything else to say about this movie, Mike?
Nope.
I will watch it again, like I said. I don't know if do I wait until, like, it's on DVD or whatever? DVD. Or do I see it in theaters again? Like, what do you think?
I feel like if you watch it again, you'll enjoy it.
Regardless of where I see it.
Regardless of where you see it.
The problem, though, is...
I think I keep an open mind.
I need to lock myself in a room to watch it, and a theater is the best way to do that.
Yeah.
Like, if I watch this at home, I'm like, oh, I wanted to be doing anything else but watching this movie.
You gotta give one more chance. I'm surprised you didn't like it. And maybe you were thinking something completely different. High action, stuff like that.
I don't know. I just wanted more. And a lot less in certain areas. It seemed like every choice he made was the wrong one for me. But, hey, he takes big swings and almost always hits with me, so. Oh, well, maybe next time. Maybe his Star Trek I'll absolutely love.
He at least wrote it, right? No, he didn't even write it. It's his story, someone else wrote it. Revenant.
The Star Trek?
I think.
No, he wrote it. Yeah,
He wrote it? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think that he would ever direct anything he didn't write.
No, I don't think he would either.
Yeah. Okay. You watch anything else?
I finished Big Little Lies.
Oh my God, we gotta talk about that now. Give me a break so I can stop being so mad at everything. That show sucks.
That last episode was very bad. It was a very bad season.
Because at the end of that episode, spoilers for Big Little Lies, I'll put a time code in. Like, aside from Celeste, none of their stories are over. Like, there's no conclusion for anyone. I guess maybe Bonnie, but...
Is it though? She's not in love with her husband.
Yeah, that's still wide open. Yeah, there's no conclusion for anyone except for Celeste.
But, I mean, there is some conclusion. Like, Bonnie finally told
Nathan
that she doesn't love him, and she made closure with her mom. Laura Dern's character
is still bankrupt and still, like, living with her husband.
She's divorcing her husband.
They never show that.
Like, we're done.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But it's just, like...
Listen.
She was the best actress and worst part of the show this season. Like, her moments are incredible, but her character, like, what happens? They're bankrupt, and that's it for the entire show, or the entire season.
Yeah, it was really poor writing. There was no flow to this season.
Scenes just, like, end out of nowhere. Like, someone will finish a word, and a half second later, or a microsecond later, it's cuts.
So weird, because the first season was so tight.
Yeah.
And I think it was based off a book.
Yeah.
This one's just everywhere. It just feels bad. Performances are still great.
Yep.
I don't need a third season. I didn't need a second season. But I don't need a third season.
Would you even watch it?
What?
Would you even watch it?
I'd watch it, yes.
I would not watch it. Like, I'm done.
I think a third season, I think there's actually more story to tell now than there is after this first season.
That's actually pretty true.
Yeah.
The officer was supposed to be like a looming threat, and like they show her like 3 times throughout the series, or again, the season, but she never really comes into play. But now she will come into play if they do a third season. Hopefully they'll finish up the bankruptcy thing. Hopefully they'd finally like address Ed and Reese Witherspoon, Ed and Madeline, like them actually like getting back together would be interesting. Shailene Woodley's character, who I forget, and her boyfriend, like them finally moving on would be interesting. Like there's just so much stuff that's just now starting in the last episode it makes room for a third season, but I'm just so done. They dropped the ball so hard in the second season. I'm just not interested
They
anymore.
did, and it stalled for like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
This whole series, the whole season could have been 3 episodes.
Yeah.
There was
Definitely.
they threw in a court case about custody of the child all of a sudden,
And that was the one thing I was interested in.
But it was so predictable at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't know. Where the mystery of the first season, you know exactly what was going to happen, what drove it. This was just a long thud, led to nothing.
Yeah. Why they keep showing the push to start every episode? We learned no new information.
Ever.
It was bad. It was really bad. I watched Zombieland. I didn't really like it that much.
I've never seen it.
It's... I guess it's supposed to be like a fun ride, but I don't think it's very funny, or... I don't know. It's not very interesting. I think the trailer for the second one looks good, though. I could see the second one being really good. People love the first one. So I'll watch the second one, but I was unimpressed because I had seen parts of it before. I don't know. I don't think I've been watching anything else.
I'm reading Handmaid's Tale.
You got it off Amazon?
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet.
50% of the way through.
It's like 300 pages, right?
Yeah,
It's like a breeze.
It's not that bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
You didn't really sell it there, but
I'll let you know after I finish it. It's been so slow so far, but it's a good story. Excited for the show.
oh, I saw Wild Rose.
Oh,
Did we talk about that last time?
you texted me before you were about to walk into it. Did you
Okay.
like it?
It's man, the Scottish accent is tough to understand, and it's like really heavy Scottish accents. It's I want it to be better. I'm not a big country music fan,
It's gonna hurt.
and like
Wait, there's Scottish accents, but it's country music?
yeah, I guess like there's a huge country music like scene, which is weird, which is a really neat thing. But I just don't like country music, and like when they're singing, they sound like country artists. So I'm like, they lose their appeal with the Scottish accent. Jesse Buckley's really good in it though. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
So Star is Born's better.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like way better made.
Yeah. Is it fair to compare the two? No. But
No.
it's getting really high praise. But
Yeah, I think it's like a 94,
you give it a
93.
7. I
Yeah,
mean,
I liked it. I'd watch it again. And the last song is by Mary Steinbergen, Ted Danson's wife, the mom from.
does she sing?
No,
The
she's
mom
not.
from
She's
Elf?
like not. Yeah, mom from Elf and Step Brothers. She's not like a musician or an artist, but she wrote the last song for this, and it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I've seen since our last Midsummer pod. All right, we're about an hour. Thanks for listening, everyone. You have anything else to say? I feel like you're leaning in for something. No?
Nope. Bye, guys.
Follow me at Cash Money Keegan, Micah_Oglebay, us at movie_rebrew. Subscribe on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. We'd appreciate it. Next, what are we doing next? I don't even know. Hobbs and Shaw comes out next week, which I'm actually juiced for, but you won't be seeing it.
I'm not gonna see that.
Yeah. I don't even know what the
There's
next thing. we're
Blinded
into.
by the Light.
Oh, is that Bruce Springsteen? That looks really good.
Looks really cute.
When does that come out?
August 14th.
Your birthday.
My birthday. I just want to say my birthday. I don't know when it comes out. That comes out September. I don't know
Okay.
anything between then. Maybe it's time to let the old ways die. Did
Adorn
you
the
see
Lost City
Lion
of
King?
Gold? No, I didn't see Lion King. Did you?
No.
Good man. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark comes out August 9th.
My brother's thoughts on Lion King. He thought it was fine.
I hate you, Chuck. Blinded by the Light is August 16th. So we could do like a middle August, just catch up on what we've seen.
No Crazy Rich Asian.
This is plural.
Asians.
Yeah, and then after Blinded by the Light, there's, It Chapter 2, September 6th. So a couple weeks off, catch up, do a couple movies, and then come back for It Chapter 2. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Audience, you good with that? Cool. See you next time.
Love you.
Sometimes you exploded, drop a few lines. When I catch you through the static, I wish goodbye. What a classic. Perennial girl in love once a year. When it comes, she disappears. Maybe she'll stay.